But one storyline that keeps coming up and is going to until he wins it all is Connor McDavid's legacy and the question behind whether or not it will determine his legacy, whether he wins a cup championship. Like, how much do you think that factors into him being labeled as one of the all-time greats?
I think it's big. I think a lot of people that holds a lot of weight is how many championships in whatever sport have you won. I mean, I would put him right now is if he stopped playing hockey today, he's one of the top 5 of all time, in my opinion. Now, some other people aren't going to say that. Some other people are going to say, well, he hasn't won anything yet. This is an opportunity to answer all those things for Connor McDavid, really make it no exception, no reason for him not to be considered that. But the one thing that separates, when you're talking about all-time greats, they all have a cup or multiple cups. And that doesn't mean there's not great players that don't have cups. So we're talking all-time greats. 2 on the left right there are certainly those two, or 2 of those. You can go on and on. There's Bobby Orr, and you make your list however, but you need a Stanley Cup. And this is 9 years now. And Connor, he's dreamt about being the best of all time, I think, his entire childhood. Like, that's been his dream. So it's big. And it's maybe not fair that he's going to be deemed that in such a team sport, but that's kind of what it is.
Yeah, and I don't think, if they don't win this year, I don't think it's a downside of his career. I mean, to me, this is the best player that's ever played the game. And that's not, that's nothing against Wayne Gretzky. I mean, I shouldn't say that. Wayne Gretzky is obviously the best player that's ever played the game, but I mean, Connor McDavid is just another level.
He could surpass him, though.
He could surpass him, and just to watch him play, and I'm very excited for people that don't watch hockey as often to be able to see him perform in the Stanley Cup final.
Yeah.
If he doesn't win, I don't think it's a detriment to him at all.
No.
I mean, I think that they have an opportunity to win, but you look at Sidney Crosby, he didn't win his first time in the final. I think they're starting to find their way on how they get to the final. But it's not going to ruin his reputation if he doesn't win the final.
But it could cement it.
But it could cement it. Exactly. It would cement a Hall of Fame career instantly.
I was too nice when I said it before, because I agree with you. I don't think it changes much, but it shuts up a lot of people.
Yes.
And that's the thing, because it's always, oh, well, he hasn't won yet. There's nothing any more that he could do.
Yeah.
And he's adjusted his game. He's gotten better in different areas.
Yeah.
Just like all the other
And they've
greats.
got here.
Yes, and they're here.
They finally got here.
We'll see. I don't know. We can't predict the future if this is the start of something new with them getting back here multiple times, but it's an opportunity here for him to really silence a lot of people.
Well, and I think the biggest thing is that it's not like against him if they don't win. Florida is a phenomenal hockey team.
And they were just here. They just had to deal with the sting of defeat.
So it's not like a downside against Connor McDavid if he doesn't win. Like, Florida is a very, very good hockey team with the best goalie in the world.
But I will say this. In 2003, my rookie year, I was a part of that team there that they played in 4 Stanley Cup finals in 8 years. And I was thinking to myself, like, if I just stay here. So I'm not comparing myself to Connor McDavid at all. I'm just saying a good team, right?
Yeah.
If I just stay here, I'm going to get multiple chances.
Yes.
I chased it for 12 years. The rest of my career, I couldn't get back to the Stanley Cup Finals. So there's no guarantee.
It's so hard.
This, I don't think, because there is Connor and Leon and there's all those great things, but you never know what the future's going to hold. This could be the one and only opportunity. I hope not. I don't think it will be. But it may be. You never know.
I agree with you.
I love what you said, too, about, how hard it is and how when you win when you're young, you think it's going to be easy. I talked to Corey Perry yesterday, and he said the same thing. He's like, I won my second year, and I thought, I'm going to win tons of cups, and now all of a sudden it took 12 years just to get back.
And he's been
for
there
the last 5 and still has not won. So, I mean, if there's anyone super motivated to win this year, it's going to be him. But, yeah, I think you're right. Alex Ovechkin comes to mind when a lot of people compared him to Sid and said, Ovi hasn't won. Ovi can't win. He can't be considered one of the all-time greats. And what did it do? When he won, cemented his legacy as one of the all-time greats. So whether it's this year or in the future, I do think it's important for Connor McDavid to get a Stanley Cup to his name.